Good morning, beautiful traders. Welcome to today's market color, being the 12th of March 2025. So good to have each and everyone around for the market color session. The culture is kindly share the link to this market color session to everyone on your various social media platforms so that this can get to as many people as possible and as many people can participate in what we have ongoing here. Right. So for this segment of London market color session, I will be analyzing DXY, GBP USD, and Euro USD. Right after that, CJ will be coming up to analyze gold and yen basket. Right. So while we're still trying to share the link with everyone on our various social media platforms, we'll just head straight to the chart for the analysis. And just as I said, I'll be starting with XY. The XY on monthly time frame, as seen right here, we can see the price still bullish, right? But this monthly time frame for the month of March started out to the bearish candle and down to the weekly time frame. Down to the weekly time frame, as seen right here, there's the box pattern strategy that we usually use for our various analysis here. Shoulder sweep, break, return into this zone, and we saw that price actually tapped into this very other block residing right here on the weekly time frame. And down to the daily time frame, we can see more push to the downside, and overall long term, right, I see price closing below the low at 103.372 on the daily time frame. Down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, it will be swinging from, rather fibbing this most recent swing from point A to point B, right? We want to see price retracing into 61.8% fib level, and we can see that this actually coincides with another block residing at 105.373. Right, on the 15 minutes time frame, since we're looking for a buy to sell on the XY on the 15 minutes time frame, I can actually spot an entry for the buy on the 15 minutes time frame right here. So there's the shoulder here, sweep, break. We want to see price retracing and returning into 103.342. Once I see price retracing into this level, I'm willing to buy the XY all the way into the 4-hour order block, again residing at 106.123 level, right? So please take note of this level that we're calling out right now. I want to see price retracing into this left shoulder at 103.342. And once price trades into that level, I will be willing to take the buy of the XY all the way into the 4-hour order block. Down to GBP USD. Down to GBP USD. On the monthly time frame, as seen right here, we're still seeing that price is maintaining its bearish move, breaking even lower. And on the weekly time frame, I can actually see the classic box pattern that we usually use for analysis right here at the floor. So there's a shoulder right here, sweep, break. We want to see price returning into the shoulder at 1.32279 and down to the daily time frame. The daily time frame is pretty much the same thing. Shoulder, sweep, break. We want to see price returning and retracing into the shoulder at 1.32279. Although price has, tapped into this very other block, and we may see some reaction of this level before price eventually trades into this very left shoulder at 1.32279. And the 4-hour time frame, I will be fibbing the most recent swing from point A to point B. From point A to point B. right? So I want to see price. Price should retrace. Sorry about that. Price should retrace into 61.8% fib level, right? Which is a good discount point for us to, buy GBP USD from. And also take note that there's the left shoulder right here, the box pattern on the 4-hour time frame for a buy, right? There's a shoulder right here, sweep, break. But fibbing this most recent swing, price should react when it gets 61.8% fib level, right? If it doesn't react off that point, then we know that price wants to trade all the way into this left shoulder at 1 spot 26393, right? Since I'm willing and I'm looking for a sell to buy, right? Narrowing down to the 15 minutes time frame, I can see an entry right here, the box pattern for a sell, right? So that is the shoulder right here, sweep break. I want to see price retracing into 1 spot 29492 on the 15 minutes time frame. Once price retraces into 1 spot 29492 on the 15 minutes time frame, I will be pulling the trigger for a sell. And where am I selling to? I'm selling all the way into 1 spot 27277. Please take note of that. I want to sell GBP USD all the way to 1 spot 27227, all the way into 1 spot 27277. I beg your pardon. Once price retraces into 61.8% fib level, I'll be willing to take my profit, right? So this price level, or rather this level that I'm calling out, actually coincides with 61.8% fib level. And of course, I will be taking the sell on GBP USD when I see price retrace into this very left shoulder on the 15 minutes time frame. When I see price retrace into 1 spot 29492, which coincides with this very left shoulder, please take note of these price points that we're calling out for the market color session. Last on my list being Euro USD. The monthly time frame I'm seeing right here, we're still seeing some push to the downside on the weekly time frame. Right? So still bearish, right? Price still bearish. This low has been taken out, and this buy is just a retracement for price to keep selling all the way. And where's price retracing into? Now we now the daily time frame, make it even way clearer. Price wants to retrace into this very left shoulder, this left shoulder right here, left shoulder at 1 spot 11538. Price wants to retrace into the shoulder residing at 1 spot 11538. Although price has traded into this very daily order block, and we may see some reaction of it before price eventually buys all the way into this left shoulder at 1 spot 11538. And on the 4-hour time frame, I can see something pretty much interesting. The box pattern that we use for analysis during market color session. Shoulder right here, sweep break. We want to see price retracing into 1 spot 04657, and narrowing it down to the 15 minutes time frame. Right, I can actually see box pattern for entry. Right, shoulder sweep, right? Break. We want to see price retracing into 1 spot 09297. So I'm looking out for a sell to buy on Euro USD. And once I see price retracing into 1 spot 09297, I beg your pardon, I am willing to take my sell positions on Euro USD, right? And looking at Forex Factory, CPI comes out today. CPI comes out today. CPI comes out by 1:30 p.m. CPI comes out by 1:30 p.m. So if it comes out higher than the forecast, then we know that there's going to be some strength in the dollar, right? So kindly apply proper risk management while trading, right? If you need to stay out of the market to preserve your capital, you can actually do that. But this is what I am looking out for in the market. I'm willing to sell GBP USD and Euro USD, right? Short-term sales, of course. And once price gets to my various points of interest, I will be pulling trigger for a buy. So my outlook for Euro USD and GBP USD is a sell to buy rather, and for the XY is a buy to sell. Please, if you have questions at this point, this is a good time to ask your questions, and we will be attending to them together. Next week, from the 19th to 21st of March 2025, we will be having ATM cash flow training, right? You can sign up for the training or refer someone. For every person you refer, you get a commission off that referral, right? So I can see questions coming up, and the following week will be FX bootcamp training. If you want to know and trade like every other person does on the floor, you can actually sign up for the FX bootcamp training, and we're going to have an extensive explanation on how the box pattern strategy works. What we do here, we just patch the surface. But enrolling for the FX bootcamp training gives us more understanding and extensive explanation on how these things work, right? So I can see questions. We'll be going on a very brief break. Right after that, we'll be having CJ coming up to analyze gold and yen basket. See you all by 2 p.m. Cheers and God bless.
Good morning and welcome back to the market color for today, the 12th of March 2025. We're excited to have you all here during the period of today's market color. We're going to be going straight into the charts as we look at gold against the dollar, and then other yen related pairs. Those will be our focus for today. We're looking at gold and then yen basket and yen related pairs for today. So let's start off with gold against the dollar. Now, gold has just been dancing around a particular point for a while now, and we've been noticing that. So we're being very extra cautious. We're applying extra caution as to how we're trading gold. So if you look at gold from the daily time frame, you see that it has just been stuck within this last range. So I like to always use a rectangle to represent the last range of price so that I would know when price is trading out of it. So you can see this last particular candle, the candle of March the 4th, gold has just been stuck within it since that day. Okay, you can see that since then till now, it has not really done much. It has not traded away from this particular price point. So we're just watching to see what is going to happen in the coming days. Let's switch to the 4-hour time frame so we'll get more clarity. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, gold started to behave as though it was breaking structure to the downside. And then we wanted to see it come down to mitigate all these levels right here and possibly trade into this fair value gap that we've highlighted here. Okay, so this is the fair value gap. We're looking to see what gold is going to do somewhere around here if it starts selling. But it's not showing signs of that particular sell move just yet. But I strongly believe that gold might come back to test this level before it goes back to 3,000 price point. Remember, we've been saying we want to see gold somewhere around 3,000, and we're seeing many signs of that with regards to the dollar weakness. Weakness in the dollar will most likely engineer gold to trade into that new quarter point in terms of the price, and that is 3,000 price point. So um, we're expecting to see gold trade all the way there. One moment. Okay, so we're expecting to see gold trade all the way there. So I'll just make a quick recap on the analysis that I just made so that we're going to all be clear on it. So if you're looking at gold currently, like I said, we're looking at it from the daily time frame, and gold hasn't really moved so much from this particular price point right here since the move of 4th of March. Since the move of the 4th of March, gold hasn't really moved so much. Gold hasn't really moved so much from the 4th of March, and we're seeing that it has been stuck within that particular range. We're expecting it to break out of this range, either to the upside or to the downside. Hence, we're trying to look out for liquidity points on the downside that gold is going to trade into, and then liquidity points to the upside that it will trade into when it's breaking out. And we have the one to the downside much more closer. When we look at the 4-hour time frame, we'll see that despite price being in this consolidation, we're expecting that when it's going to break, it will possibly break into this fair value gap right here before we see a new move to the upside. And when it trades here, the move to the upside, I'm expecting that it's going to trade all the way to 3,000 price point. That is where I'm expecting gold to trade to. So for today, I'm still looking to see what is going to happen. But my major bias for today is to see gold sell off into this place. Hence, I'll be looking forward to sell opportunities on gold for today. Now, talking about sell opportunities, let's look at lower time frames to get such opportunities. Now, you can see that on gold, liquidity has been grabbed. Price has taken out all these highs and all the way to this particular last one here. And since price did that, it traded into this level right here. If you go look closely, you see that gold traded into this level right here. Let me change the color so it's very obvious to you. Okay, so you can see the pinkish box right here. Gold has traded into it. So we had the left shoulder here. Price swept it, broke structure to the downside, and then returned to that level. So I'm expecting to see a strong sell of gold from this place. That is around 2920 all the way to 2860. That is where I'm expecting to see gold sell to. So for today, I'm just looking out right now to see if I'll get an entry signature, and one of which is this order block right here on the 15 minutes time frame. So if you have your trading systems or your charting platforms like TradingView, you can mark this order block right here. I'm waiting to see gold trade into this order block, and then I'll sell it to the downside. So here is the path of my expectation for gold this morning. Trade into here and then sell all the way to the downside. This is what I'm expecting on gold. So let me even add um, this tool here so it will be of help. So like you all know, I'm always generous with my SL on gold, and very, very generous with my take profit on gold. Okay, so I'm looking at somewhere around here as a take profit. I would not want to put it exactly at the liquidity level, so to avoid market dancing around my take profit and tempting me to close it prematurely. So I'm expecting gold here. Okay, so this is my expectation for gold. They trade into this level and then they sell to the downside afterwards. Okay, so this is what it is. This is what I'm expecting to play out on gold this morning. So you can take advantage of it if you see this playing out on your various charting platforms or whatever broker you use. Now, seeing analysis on gold, we're going to be moving to the yen basket. Now, the yen basket is taking a surprising turn to the opposite direction, unlike what we initially expected. When it traded into this level right here, we were expecting a bullish run on the yen basket to clear this liquidity around here. So we're looking to see the yen basket trade all the way and take out that high, but it didn't get enough momentum, or it didn't have enough momentum to trade all the way here, and hence we're seeing this retracement happening on the yen basket. So we're going to be looking out to see what the implication of this retracement means for us as we trade GBP JPY and Euro JPY. But before then, let's also look at it on the 4-hour time frame. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that there is now a clear struggle for the yen basket to break here. Okay, so since it traded above here, it's been struggling to break above it. Currently, we're seeing that this retracement is happening as it stands, and we're expecting that possibly it might just take out this liquidity here and resume, because I do not have any sell bias for the yen basket. I'm not seeing it selling so much anytime soon. So I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen for the yen basket going into the remaining part of this week. But my major expectation on this guy is to see it just trade, maybe to take out this liquidity and resume the buy trend. So I'm seeing this sell more like a retracement and less like a reversal until it breaks this level right here. Let me mark that quickly. Until it breaks this level right here, I'm not looking to sell the yen basket, or I'm not looking to sell the yen until it breaks this level. So I'm just looking to see if a possible liquidity grab will play out here and then price will resume back to the upside. Then that will be the game for this play. So I'm looking at seeing this retracement come to an end and the yen basket resuming. So this is the path I'm expecting it to travel and then resume to take out this high. So this is my expectation for the yen basket today. Okay, so I'm looking at this, I'm saying it again, I'm looking at this as a retracement, and after the retracement, I expect that there is going to be a reversal or a continuation back to the upside, because I'm very bullish on the yen basket. Now let's move over to GBP JPY and then Euro JPY to see the implications of the yen basket analysis. Now looking at GBP JPY from the daily time frame, if you can even go all the way to the weekly time frame, we'll see that clearly we are in a sell trend for GBP JPY on the weekly time frame. But then we're caught up in this retracement that is strong headed. We're expecting a resumption back to the downside. Now on the daily time frame, there's no much liquidity that is looking clear for us on the daily time frame. You can see that GBP JPY has been trending to the downside. Look at this, from this high to this second one, to this third one, the fourth one, all of them has been trending to the downside. So I'm expecting GBP JPY to continue in that light. Okay, I'm not looking out for any buy right now on GBP JPY. Instead, I'm looking out for more sales all the way to this level right here. I want to see GBP JPY trade to this level right here. So what is currently playing out, I'm seeing it more like a retracement than a reversal. And if at all we see GBP JPY go ahead to take out this high, then we can now start considering GBP JPY as a buy trend. Okay. So this is the level that GBP JPY will break, and I'll begin to consider it as a buy trend. If it doesn't break this guy, then it should continue selling. So the second place is here, because I'm looking out for the most obvious highs or the most obvious liquidities that will be grabbed and initiate a new trend. So if GBP JPY continues and breaks these two highs, then we have a buy trend going forward. But if it doesn't break it, then I'll be looking for more sell. So right now, I'm very, very bearish on GBP JPY, regardless of what has happened so far. I'm still very bearish, but then I'll just be careful to see, because at this point it becomes very dicey. You're not so sure if a retracement is happening or if it's a reversal. And then if you're looking at fundamentals, there's no clear fundamental that is going to point us to the direction of the yen. So the yen is looking very quiet. What we're just seeing is clearly technical analysis, no fundamental input to what is going on the yen. So we're going to trade it technically. So looking at this from that perspective, I am expecting GBP JPY to continue selling from where it currently is. All right. So I'll be going to my lower time frame, the 1 hour and the 15-minute time frame, to look for my entries. If I see my entries on the 1 hour time frame, I'll be taking a short on GBP JPY. If I see an entry on the 15-minute time frame, I'll be taking a short on GBP JPY. Now, looking at the 1 hour time frame, you can see that this order block right here was the last place that engineered a buy trend. So we're expecting to see price revisit that level, and then we'll start the sell trend. All right. So this order block initiated this sell trend. GBP JPY looks to be revisiting it. And remember what I told you about order blocks and volatile movements that happened immediately. most times price will want to revisit it because there are so many on-field orders lying around there. So I'm expecting to see GBP JPY trade into this level, then I'll be taking my short to the downside. So this is my position on GBP JPY. So let's briefly put our tool right there. And then we'll be looking to sweep all the liquidity residing below. Okay. So this is what I'm expecting to play out on GBP JPY. First of all, to sweep this liquidity here and then continue forward all the way to the downside. So once GBP JPY trades into this level, I'll start waiting for entry signatures to play out and then I'll be taking my shot. Very similar thing to GBP JPY. If you look at Euro JPY instead, normally we should expect GBP JPY to be in the same level as Euro JPY, but you can see that Euro JPY has already traded and violated this other block that we should have referenced. Now, if you look at the 4-hour time frame of Euro JPY to see what is actually happening, on the 4-hour time frame, it looks like price has shifted structure. But I'm not going to use Euro JPY alone to conclude. I would want to see GBP JPY follow suit. I want to see the yen basket follow suit. All of them should be doing the same thing. So if the yen basket is breaking structure to the downside, I want to see GBP JPY and Euro JPY breaking structure at the same period to the upside. If that is not playing out, then possibly what is happening is what we call the SMT divergence, where three currency pairs and indices that should be following each other, instead of correlating, one is diverging while the other two are correlating. Most times, the one that is diverging is going to follow with the other two and trade in the same direction. Or it could be an obvious reversal that is taking place, and the one that is diverging is leading in the reversal. So for that reason, I'll be staying out on Euro JPY. I'll be staying out of Euro JPY trade, and I'll just wait to see if it is going to trade to the upside continuously. Then I expect GBP JPY and the yen basket, and then other JPY currencies to continue doing so. This is how we analyze using sentiment. There's more to that, but this is the little that I can share on that regard. So for GBP JPY, I'm looking to see it sell, but for Euro JPY, looking at it for where it currently is, I'm still expecting a sell, but then I'll be very, very careful. Now, if you look more at Euro JPY, you see that there is this other block right here on the daily time frame, which you can also reference for a sell. So if you see, sorry, if you see Euro JPY trading away from this other block, it could also be where it is looking to grab liquidity and then continue selling. As of course, you know that other blocks are internal liquidity. So if you see Euro JPY trading into this level here, then we'll be expecting that sell to continue to the downside. Once that's traded here, grab all the liquidity that there is to grab around this level. I'll be looking for sell entry signatures and then selling it forward. But my focus for a sell is the GBP JPY trade instead of the Euro JPY trade, because we're seeing a stronger Euro JPY based on sentiment compared to GBP JPY. So we're looking for GBP JPY sell. Okay, this is the outlook. This is what we're expecting on GBP JPY. And as we're looking for a GBP JPY sell, we're also looking for a gold sell. Okay, so we're looking for a sell off on gold. We're looking for a sell off on GBP JPY. So just let's take a quick peep at the USD JPY, and then we'll be calling this market color a session. So for USD JPY, we would also need to look at what is going on the dollar related pairs, especially using the dollar index as reference. Now you see that the dollar index has grabbed liquidity right here. Okay, so we've been expecting the retracement to play out on the dollar index for a long while now, but it has not played out exactly as we wanted. So seeing that it has grabbed this liquidity, it didn't close enough below it, even though it closed below it, but not so much. We might see a retracement happening on the dollar index. So we might see a bullish dollar for a period of time and then maybe a continuous sell based on technical analysis. And then if you're using that to analyze for the USD JPY, we might see USD JPY retracing even further more from where it currently is. Okay, So you might expect to see USD sorry, trade a little higher than this current place. And one of the levels that we'll be looking at in USD trade to will be all the way here. This is one, and this is another. So I'm looking to see if USD sorry, is going to trade into any of these two levels. So for that retracement to continue, we might see trade all the way here. But then you can also be considering this mitigation block right here. This guy alone can send you USD back to the downside. So I'll be very careful. My outlook on USD overall based on intraday trading, it's a buy. Okay, but you'll be very careful while taking those buy trades. If you look at the 1 hour time frame, you should be expecting a retracement to happen somewhere around here. So we're expecting a retracement to happen somewhere around here. So if we see that retracement happening, then we can take another shot on USD buy. So if you see a retracement here, you can take a buy of USD all the way to any of these two levels. Okay. So I hope this is clear and I hope this is very objective. Okay. So thank you very much for joining today's market color. We've looked at all these pairs and we hope you're able to take the trades in the direction we've analyzed and make some profits from it. All right. So if you want to learn how to trade the market just like we've done and how we're analyzing the market to be able to replicate it on various other assets and various other currency pairs so that you'll be able to maximize it. Learn our entry signatures, learn our entry patterns and the strategies we use both for the trading and for risk management and psychology. Make sure you send us a DM, whether you're watching from Instagram or from YouTube or from Telegram, send us a DM and we're going to get you started with the course we call the FX Bootcamp, where we're going to teach you all this and then you're going to start seeing reasonable changes in your trading system. Okay, but to meet again by 2:30 p.m. 2 p.m. GMT +1 for the quick recap on the market color. Wish you good luck and good trading. Cheers and God bless, guys.